Good morning to all of you. Yesterday we discussed the basic overview of a computer system as per our syllabus. The next concept is motherboard. What is motherboard? Why we need a motherboard? What are the functions it is performed? The motherboard is the important part of any computer because the computer is built up around the motherboard. This motherboard is a large printed circuit board which is having a number of chips, controllers and electronic components such as interfaces, processor which are mounted around the motherboard. This motherboard is also called as main circuit board which is located on the inside a computer. So the internal components of a computer has to communicate to this motherboard. This motherboard is also act as a hub. This hub is called as a central node. These connecting the many components, necessary components of a computer. This motherboard have some characteristics. What are there? The characteristics of the motherboard are, the first one is form factor, the second one is chipset. Then what is the form factor? This form factor is an important factor to choosing the motherboard because it is refers to the geometry, dimension and arrangement of a motherboard. Suppose if we are building a small computer, we have to choosing the small form factor board. Now the ATX. ATX stands for Advanced Technology Extended. This is the most common motherboard for our desktop computer. The next is chipset. This chipset is mounted on the motherboard and which is controls the resources of a computer and it is also coordinates the data transformation. Which coordinates the data transformation over different components of a computer. The components of a computer already we discussed in the last classes such as hardware, software. This chipset will perform the data transformation between the components. And this chipset, it is also determine how quickly the computer can run and what are the additional features it support and which is maintains the memory, how much of memory it is required. These two are the characteristics of a motherboard. Next we move on to the types of the motherboard. Types of a motherboard. There are different types of the motherboards are available which is depends on the processor. They are, the first one is XT, second one is AT, the third one is Baby AT, the fourth one is ATX. This XT stands for Extended Technology. The XT stands for Extended Technology. This Extended Technology is an old model. Here we are finding the old model processor socket is called LIF. LIF stands for Lower Insertion Force. Lower insertion force which is here which is connecting the 12 pin power connector, but here there is no ports are available. The example of the XT is Pentium 1. Pentium 1. The second one is AT. AT stands for Advanced Technology. AT stands for Advanced Technology. Here we are finding the socket is called PGA. PGA. Pin grid array. And also PCI and ISA slots. About these slots we will discuss in the later. Now, and here it is having the 20 pin power connector. Here also there is no ports are available. The example of the advanced technology is Pentium 3. The third one is Baby Advanced Technology. This Baby Advanced Technology is a combination of extend technology and advanced technology. Here we are finding the same PCI and ISA slots. Here it contains the 12 and 20 pin power connector. The example of the Baby AT is Pentium 3 and 4. The last one is ATX. ATX stands for Advanced Technology Extended. The latest motherboard, it is also called as ATX motherboard, which is designed by ATX form factor. Here also we are finding the PCI slots and ISA slots. These functions we will discuss in the later. The example of the ATX form factor is Pentium 4. These are the types of the motherboard it contains in our computer system. Next, we move on to the components of a motherboard. Next is components of motherboard. Motherboard consisting of number of components. This motherboard consisting of 7 components. The first one is processor. It is also called as central processing unit. The second one is BIOS. BIOS, it stands for basic input output system. The third one is CMOS. CMOS stands for complementary metal oxide semiconductor. The fourth one is slots. Fifth, data controller. Sixth one is input output processor. Seventh one is bus. These are the 7 components are associated with our motherboard. Let us discuss the components of a motherboard one by one. The first one is processor or central processing unit. Already in the last class we have discussed about the central processing unit. This central processing unit is a main components in our motherboard, which is also called as brain of the computer because it controls and coordinates our entire operations of the computer, which is consisting ALU, control units, arithmetic logic unit, and also a register. This ALU, it performs the arithmetic and logical operations on the input data. What are the inputs given by the users? And this control unit, which is controls and coordinates the entire operations of the computer. These registers will store the processed data in a temporarily before it is sent output devices. And this CPU is also integrated as a, is CPU as fabricated as a single IC chip. IC stands for integrated circuit. Integrated circuit. This integrated circuit is also known as microprocessor. This teeny integrated chip, which contains the computations of an entire engine. Now, the Intel is one of the most and developed microprocessor in our today world. Intel is the example, and also it is the one of the most developed microprocessor in our today world. The second one is BIOS. BIOS stands for Basic Input Output System. This BIOS is a memory which holds the set of instructions to load the hardware setting to activate the number of devices like a keyboard, monitor, and etc. This BIOS invokes the bootstrap why? Because this bootstrap is loading the operating system into a memory. The third one is CMOS. CMOS stands for CMOS, which is also microchip, which is used to store the date, time, and also system setup parameters. These parameters is loaded every time when the computer gets started. So when we are observing the system, it can display the correct clock time. Next, the fourth one is slot. Slot, it is an opening in the computer. This slot is also known as expansion slot. It is also called as expansion slot. The expansion card, it is inserted into this expansion slot. This expansion card, which gives the additional features to a computer, and it is also improves and increases the performance of a computer. There are different types of slots available in our motherboard. They are, one is ISA, the second one is PCI, the third one is RAM slot, fourth one is processor slot, the fifth one is PC card. This ISA, it stands for, as I told in class, ISA it stands for Industry System Architecture, which is used to connect our input devices and also modem. The second one is PCI. PCI stands for Peripheral Connect Interconnected. Peripheral component interconnected, which is used to connect the graphics accelerated card and sound card to our computer system. The third one is RAM slot. This RAM slot, it is used to install the memory to our computer system. The fourth one is processor slot. This processor slot, which is used to insert the processor chip to our computer. The PC card. This PC card, it is used by our laptop computer, which contains the Wi-Fi card, network card, and also some expansion card. etc. These are the main components of a motherboard. Okay. I hope you all guys are understood this session. I will stop here. The remaining components will discuss on the tomorrow session. Thank you all.